Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is for Doug in Las Vegas. S600s, throttle bodies, 2 units done, motors done. On the bench test for, whoa, I don't even know, maybe day and a half, 2 days, quite a long time. So by now I'm sure the motors are broken in, and now we can, basically they're ready to go. Now on the bench they don't open all the way. That's normal. That's because of the computer limitations. Now let's take a look at readings real quick. I didn't go crazy on washing them because they came very relatively clean. So what I did do is, obviously I washed inside. There was lots of residue from cables. So here, let's put the light on. They look pretty nice. Maybe I'll just clean up a little bit over here, a little more. Gaskets look good, so they can remain. Actually, yep, I mean, I reused mine a couple of times. They stuck to these pretty well. A little bit of damage here, but not critical. So that's basically where we are. Now what I'm doing here is I'm checking them with the SL e-gas module, but again, this is also not principal. Doesn't really matter. I just want to see the readings. Let's see what we got there. Okay, let's bring it on the full screen just to see if we got readings to come up. Okay, so let's just do it maybe like this. So for 35, for 31, again, SL is a little different from S-Class, but we have potentiometer working just fine, as you can see. When I move the throttle linkage, they do move along. The voltages change. 307, 307, that's important voltage. It has to be even, and of course it changes when throttle's open, but they have to be equal, these two voltages, one on top of one on the bottom. I'll point like 2/100ths of the volt. It's not critical. A little bit of squealing from the motor, but again also not critical at all. 199 full throttle on the bottom, 199 full throttle on the top. See those two. So where do we stand now? So I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to plug it into the vehicle so you can actually see how they opened all the way. Okay, not like halfway. And then I'm going to open them up, double check internals, and off they go, and they will be ready to go. There it goes. Okay, so let me pause this and I'll plug it into another V12 I have outside. Okay, let's continue our recording. So here are throttles connected to the vehicle, to the V12 motor. It's an SL, but see, I did this throttle for the customer. I did the same exact way except that this connector was completely broken off at the customer, so I had to improvise here. But these connectors are fine, so your connectors are perfect. So next thing to do is we're going to put on the ignition. Let's put on the ignition here. So first thing is, we're hearing nice proper buzzing on both units, and here is your full activation all the way to wide open throttle. Okay, now next thing is I'm going to start the vehicle so you can actually see that there is no limp mode or no ASR light when engine is running. It's another test that I usually do. Shut the radio down. Alright, so here is the engine. Obviously it's not going to really run well because the throttle bodies are not on the vehicle, on the intake. Okay, this is usually where limp mode will be when throttles are not on the intake manifold. High idle, But as you can see, there is no ASR light, no problems there. And I can also blip the throttles a little bit just to show you, but that they're still active. I cannot do it for too long. I will get the car to go into limp mode because gas pedal is not being pressed. As there you have it, basically 2 working units ready to go. As you can see, when the engine runs, they do not shut off, and there is no ASR light on the dashboard. So we're good. These throttles are ready to go. Alright, so that's about all. One more time. You can see they work fine. Also, actually, let me show you another thing real quick. Shut the vehicle down. You put on the ignition. When you first put them back, just put on the ignition and let them be active for about 30-40 seconds, and you'll see why. They should go into learning cycle right now. There it goes. That was learning cycle, to know where the stop is. The idle stop on the throttle plate. So this is what I would recommend doing, because if you don't do that, cruise control might not work. So you want to do this. Just don't put it in, just start the car. Once throttle learns its stop, then no problems. You don't have to wait each and every time a minute before start. Just very first time. That is just a suggestion to do. I mean, that's what I usually do. First, I just start the car, let it run, but then initially, I mean, I just let it sit on idle. I mean, let it sit with ignition on, engine off for like a minute. But, yep. Alright, so basically, here we are, ready to go. Alright, so this is all for now. This is Victor, and my website is restoreyourmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.